Hey guy, welcome back. This is a story about how Izuku became Japan's first dragon slayer. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. So let's start chapter 1, Meeting with a Dragon. It was night time at the Midoriya residence. However, it was not a peaceful one. Izuku had just found out a few days ago that he wasn't going to have a quirk, and it crushed him because he wanted to be like his favorite hero, All Might. The little kid kept smiling though, because that was what the number one hero always did, even when times got tough. Izuku was currently in dreamland, just wandering around in the dark. Man, why can't I see anything? He thought out loud. I just found out I won't have a quirk. I could at least get a decent dream to make up for it. A quirk, a. Sounds like something similar to magic, a booming voice said. How is it similar to magi? He suddenly stops when he realizes he's not alone. Who said that? He asked with a little bit of fear. I did. Suddenly, flames covered the entire area, scaring Izuku even more. He suddenly felt someone, or rather something, behind him. He turned around and eyes widened as far as they could go. Standing in front of him was a massive dragon. It was covered in dark red scales, the lower portion of its body being beige, and it has multiple scars on its body. Dr. Izuku stuttered. Yes, I am a dragon. Izuku's expression suddenly did a complete 180. Awesome, even though this is a dream, this is still so cool. The dragon couldn't help but sweet drop at the boy. As much as I would like to keep talking, it's time for you to wake up. But before you do, I need you to listen carefully. Izuku was confused but listened anyway. When you wake up, go to your mother, both of you sit down, hold hands, and close your eyes. It will all make sense when you do it. Before Izuku could ask anything, a bright light shone in his face and he woke with a jolt. Scene break. Izuku's mom, Aiko Midoriya, was busy preparing breakfast for her and Izuku. She still remembered what she said to him a few nights ago. I'm sorry, Izuku. I wish things were different. Why did I say that? She thought to herself. That wasn't what he wanted to hear. She was just about to go wake up her son when said person burst into the room. Mommy, mommy, he shouted, come quick. Her maternal instincts kicking in, she rushed to her son's side to see what was wrong. What is it, Izuku? She asked with worry. Just follow me. The two of them went to the couch and he told his mom what to do. She was confused but went with it anyways. For a moment nothing happened. Izuku, what is going? She stopped when she opened her eyes. There was nothing but pitch black surrounding her and Izuku. Before she could ask, Izuku called out. Okay, we're both here. She opened her mouth to ask what was going on when suddenly, a massive swirl of flames spiraled around them, and when they died down their surroundings had changed. They were now standing in a volcanic wasteland with lava and volcanoes everywhere they looked. They could even feel the extreme heat on their skins. Suddenly, the ground shook and they were engulfed by a massive shadow. So you actually came back? I assumed you would have passed off our last encounter as just a dream. Aiko turned around and came face to face with the same dragon that Izuku encountered. Before she could scream, the dragon stopped her. There is no need to panic. I'm not here to harm you or your hatchling. Hatchling? Aiko asked before she figured out he was referring to her son. So you're not going to harm us? Don't worry, I'm not that kind of dragon. I was simply resting in the afterlife when I suddenly saw a bright light. Next thing I know, I'm in this boy's body. To say Aiko was surprised would have been an understatement. How is that even possible? Maybe it has something to do with Dad. Aiko and the dragon looked at the little boy with confusion. Then it hit Aiko. Your father's quirk, the ability to breathe fire, like a dragon, the lizard said, seeing as it somehow made sense. How interesting. Aiko turned her attention back to the dragon. Who are you? The dragon stood up tall and proudly before speaking. I am Ignial, the king of the fire dragons. The mother-son duo were stunned. A Dragon King Ignial decided to ask them a question of his own. So tell me, what is a quirk? Exactly. Aiko then went on to explain how 80% of the world's population had some uncanny abilities called quirks, which gave them superpowers. Some went on to be heroes, others became villains. And Izuku was one of the 20% who never got a quirk, even though both of his parents had one. Why did you relate quirks to magic? Izuku asked. Igneel then went on to explain where he came from and what magic was like there. Wow, would it be possible for me to learn magic? Izuku asked. Aiko was about to answer, saying it was impossible, but Igneel spoke first. Yes, Aiko lost count of the number of times she was shocked. How is that possible? She asked. From what I heard, your husband could breathe fire, correct? Aiko nodded. Then I will teach the boy a brand of magic meant for taking down dragons. It's called Dragon Slayer magic. And since his element will be fire, that will make him the Fire Dragon Slayer. Izuku was more excited than he had ever been in his entire life. Aiko was simply astounded. There is one side effect though. They listened closely. Motion sickness. Meaning that even a simple wagon will make him want to vomit. Aiko made a mental note to go to the doctor to get medicine for that. Is there anything else? She asked him. Yes, by being a Fire Dragon Slayer, he will gain the same abilities of an actual dragon. That includes immunity to fire, the ability to actually eat it to power up and attack with, and also the enhanced sense of smell, hearing, eyesight, speed, strength, reflexes, durability, and endurance. Finally, he will be able to engulf himself in fire without being harmed. So I would recommend some fireproof clothes. When can I start? Izuku asked with impatience. Igneel simply smirked. Whenever you're ready, and thus, Izuku began his training to be the world's very first dragon. So this is the end. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.